So we're looking at some licks from our jam session. We've gone through a lot of major licks tonight, so here's one of them in the key of G major. We've got so if we're playing something like that's going to work nicely. A variation on that is to do that. And that'll work over the same progression. Another idea you can do is this idea of using the open G string as like a pedal point, which means we're returning to that note all the time. So we're going. So I'm doing like a pull off on the third string, the G string, by picking on 12 and then just letting my finger kind of flick off. And then I'm changing to 11, 9, 7, 5, 4. So that's another idea you can use. And another idea is where you go, you're basically doing double stops on the B and the E strings. So I'm going. That sort of thing. And then. Yeah, so you can muck around with that. I'm picking everything 3 times. And then I add this little tail on the end. Yeah, so that's a cool little idea. And another idea you can, again, this idea of doing a pedal point on the G string, which means you're constantly coming back to the G string, but we're moving between the D and the G string. So we're going. So we can actually play the D string and the G string, and we can move the notes around on the D string. So we can go. To play 5, 4, 2, open. Or just 5, 4, 2. And then open, then you can go to the A string, 3, 2, open, and then the E string, 3, 2, open. And I'm picking down, up. So down, you know, so. So there's some ideas for G major, just a couple of ideas for C major. If we're doing a jazzy progression, C major 7, A minor 7, D minor 7 to G7, or even if it's just the first 2 chords, C major 7 to A minor 7, you just sort of groove on those 2 chords. You can go. So I've got this C major 7 arpeggio, which is from the D string, 10, 9, 8, 7. And then I can add a note before that first note, 9 on the D string. And then when I get to 7, I can add another note higher, 8 on that string. So. And I can also add a little intermediate note, 10 on the B string. And there's a lot of licks you can do with that. So you can, or So there's some ideas for you to practice in the key of G or C or any other major key. Cool.